Yo, what's up, YouTube? Peace, positivity, self-awareness, and motivation. Today's question comes from a subscriber. Shoot me questions at ChishaZ on Instagram. This is a new subscriber, and he asked, "What's up, man? My name is Ray. I just started watching your channel, and I enjoy it. I have a question. A couple of things that you've stated, such as not being so available, no free validation, not talking on the phone for so long, her earning your time, etc. Do you believe that when you're on a date with the woman, you shouldn't spend that much time with her on the date? Like after an hour and a half or two, you call it a night? And of course, can you go into depth with your answer on why or why not?" Guys, this is a really important video. And I don't believe I've touched on this topic the way that I plan to in this video. Understanding this could literally be the difference between you having a successful date where you get what you want, whether it's like a relationship or, any type of situation, building a rotation, or you just want to, bust those cheeks. Whatever you want, you got to understand what I'm about to say. So my guy here wants to know, hey, you've talked about not being too available in your past videos. Does it work the same way when you're on a date? Should I cut off the date and not spend too much time with her the same way we don't talk on phones, right? Like a bunch of females. The same way we don't text women paragraphs, because when we text them, it's for a reason, to set a date, right? We're not here gossiping with women on the phone. And my answer to that question is yes. You're absolutely right. When you're on a date with the woman, you want to always, regardless of your intentions, because either if no matter what you want, right, you want to raise her attraction. If that's your goal, then you want to always cut that date off at its highest point. You don't want to wait till things are getting awkward. You guys have spent, because sometimes dates go really well, right? And this is the same thing with guys who would hear this message right now and think, well, bro, I don't get it. If I'm enjoying myself, why would I cut it off? You know what I mean? 3-4 hours, 5 hours, and they'll just keep going, keep going, keep going. They don't know they're shooting themselves in the foot. These are the same guys who be texting women paragraphs. She's texting paragraphs back, and they think they're winning, right? But you're running your mouth, telling on yourself, and all she's doing is picking up on reasons why you aren't a qualified candidate for whatever you want from her. And so why? Why should you cut the date off at its highest point, at the point where she's having the most fun? Well, to understand that, you guys have to understand the way humans work. If you want to raise your value in a woman's eyes and build scarcity, then you have to understand female nature. Now, the thing about this is what I'm about to share isn't just exclusive to female nature. This is how human beings work in general, right? Think about your favorite TV show. Most TV shows understand this. Most people who do marketing and sales understand this. There's a reason why when you're watching your show, when it's getting really good, that's when they cut the show off. And in most cases, man, they have the whole season recorded, but they want to ration it out to you. What does it do? It raises its value. And so when you cut the date off at its highest point, what you're doing is telling her, hey, I really enjoy this. This is fun, but we're going to have to pick this up another time. I've got some other stuff to do. Ideally, guys, you should be doing stuff in your life. You should have a purpose outside of just that woman. That's the best way to go about this. But even if you are free that whole night and have, nothing else to do, still cut that date off short. Why? Because it will always raise her interest, especially when she's having a good time. Oh, but Chisha, that's manipulation. Hell yeah. The same way women manipulate you with their makeup, the same way that she plays hard to get, this is how you do it. This is how you raise a woman's attraction. And so you're increasing in value in her eyes. And so where does this come from? Well, this is human nature, guys. This is just the way it is, right? And that's how we respond when we realize that something we enjoy, something we like, when she's having fun on that date, laughing with you, all of a sudden she's like, wow, I think I like this guy. And then you're like, hey, you know what? I gotta go. She's like, wait, where are you going? Are you not having a good time? You want her in that mindset. You want her to wonder, is this guy too busy for me? And you actually want to be doing stuff in your life and be on your purpose and be a busy man, right? This isn't something that you should just like act or pretend, but if you gotta pretend, bro, just pretend, because it works. And so there's two ways you can go about this, right? And this is when I get into like the practicality of everything, because I know there's half of you who are like, all right, cool, I can do that. If you're on a coffee date, it's real easy to do that, right? If you're on a coffee date with a chick, and you guys know first dates, second dates, third dates, we're not going too extravagant. It gets better with time. The more you see she's more cooperative, the more you reward her. But in the beginning, every girl gets a star, right? And she can build up to that if she proves she's feminine, cooperative, if she proves that she adds value to your life. But going back, it's easy to do this when you're on a coffee date. But what if you want to bust those cheeks, right? Because I know a few of you are thinking that, like, man, what if I want to, invite her back to my place? Well, you still can do that. Because here's the first thing. First things first. Let's start from the beginning. You're on the date with the chick. Cut it off at the highest point. Regardless. That's number one. Let's say you are interested in like inviting her back to your place. This is how you would do it. You still cut the date off. You guys are inside, you're having your drink, she's laughing. So everything's going really good. And then you look at her and you're like, hey, so you ready to go? Ready to get out of here? And she says, oh yeah. She wasn't expecting it. She thought you were just gonna hang out with her for hours because she's enjoying herself, right? And she's like, yeah. And she'll probably say it because women can't help it most times. If they're really feeling you, they'll say, yeah, really had a good time. This was good, whatever, And you don't say, yeah, me too, man. This was great. I enjoyed it. You're awesome. Nah, man, you just play calm. You just nod your head. Yeah, this was good. You let her say it first. If she doesn't say it, don't talk about how great the date was. You guys are walking out of the building. Now, here's where you have a chance to invite her back to your place. On the way to the car or her car, you walk her to her car. Or when you get to the car, that's when you want to bring up the possibility of her coming back to your spot. And it should be along the lines of like, you should have a plan. Like, hey, you want to go grab a glass of wine at my place? It's pretty close. Or, hey, you want to go grab a bite to eat at my place, right? And here's the beauty in all this is she first thought, oh man, this is coming to an end, right? Maybe he doesn't like me as much as I like him. But as you're walking towards the car, you're quiet. You guys are talking. She's thinking to herself, I wonder where this is going. I really like this guy. He ended it. I wish we could hang out just a little bit more, right? Then you hit her with the, hey, you can come back to my place, nonchalant, like you're really not, pressuring her. It's whatever. And most likely, man, if she wants to spend more time with you and she enjoyed that date, she will say yes, right? And guys, the reason why you want to wait till you get to the car to ask her to come back to your place is because women want to feel like things just happen. If you ask her at the table while you're on the date with her, then in her mind, she thinks to herself, is this all that he wants? But if you ask her on the way there, it's kind of like, you know what? He just shot his shot and he's just, he's being spontaneous about it. And she's more likely to give in, right? Guys, women love being seduced the same way men love being seduced by women. It's all just a game of seduction, and you have to become a master at seduction. Now, she might say no. And there could be a million reasons that she might say no. She might have strong beliefs that she needs to date you at least 2 to 3 times to say yes or no. Whether she says yes or no, guys, it doesn't always mean that chick is just like the biggest 3 or 4 in the world. No. Every woman who you look at as innocent has gone back to a guy's place after the first date? Most women. Or the second date. Right. If she goes back with you that first date, it just means that her attraction for you is very high. Now, if you're on a coffee date, or if it's like something that's during the day, it's a little bit harder to invite a chick back to your spot. And so in that case, you still want to close it off at a high note. You always want to end the date at a high note. And then the next time you meet her, you do your thing. You meet her kind of later in the afternoon. So is there a time when you shouldn't ask her back to your place? Yes. If she has low interest, if you can tell that her interest isn't high after the date, then that means she needs more time. And only you can tell that. I don't know. I'm not on the date with you, right? So you have to be able to gauge that by her body language, by the way she's talking, etc. So going back to my main point, it's important that you know when to end a date. It's just as important as building her attraction, knowing how to maintain masculine frame on the date. All those things matter, right? They all matter. It's all around you guys. Check out the clothes that you buy. They have sales. Are they running out of clothes? They're not running out of clothes, right? They're creating scarcity in your mind. Look at a company like Supreme, where they only have like clothes available for a certain period of time, and they're sold out all the time, and then they restock, and a bunch of people flood there to go buy the clothes. That's part of them raising their value and building scarcity in your mind, right? It's in food as well. It's everywhere. Taco Tuesdays. If Taco Tuesdays was on every day of the week, then you wouldn't appreciate Taco Tuesday as much. So when you cut that date off at its highest peak, you're building scarcity, you're adding value to yourself because you're saying, hey, this is great, but I've got other things that I've got to get to that come before you, right? She's going to love that, man. Women love fighting for your attention. If she's complaining and wondering, hey, I want to see you again, that is good, right? And then you're adding an element of mystery. A woman can meet two guys, and the first guy she spends time with, they've gone on like 3-4 dates, they talk, they understand each other, she knows his occupation, he's very open with himself, right? He's an open book, she connects with him, and then she meets you. You're the guy who really doesn't have time with her. You like her, but you don't really have time with her. She really just can't put her finger on you. She really doesn't know where you stand. She wants to get to know you more. Who do you think she'll be more attracted to? She'll be more attracted to you. That's how women work. She'll always be more attracted to the guy who's not as available. And so you have to become that man. All right, guys, that's it. Listen, if you want to take your dating life, your online dating life to the next level, if you want to learn how to win with women and dating online, check out the link pinned at the top of this comment section. Learn how to win and take your online dating game to the next level. All right, guys, that's it. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys soon. I'm out. Peace.